Welcome to Chateau Wyuna. For those of you unable to visit in person, we thought we'd give you a quick tour and run you around the key features of the property. So let's go inside. We enter through the main gates, you get a real idea of the size of the property. We're on just over 6 acres. And if you're looking for a venue that is semi-rustic in style, surrounded by Australiana gardens, then maybe this is the place for you. So this is where our tour really starts, here at the office. So we're now going to take a bit of a walk around, show you the key parts of the property, and paint a bit of a picture as to how your day at Chateau Wyuna may look. Let's go. Behind me here is the log cabin, which is part of the original structure that was put on the site almost 100 years ago. For your purposes, it's a great spot for indoor photographs if you can't get outside because of the bad weather, but it's also a good place to chill out and relax with your bridal party and have some canapes and drinks after you've had your photos outside on the grounds, but before you enter the reception where all the guests are waiting for you. You can see autumn is just starting to arrive here at the chateau, and we have lots of photo opportunities on just over 6 acres of grounds. That includes here at the traditional rotunda. This part of the gardens also has lots of gum trees amongst the lawns. There's a couple of bridges over the Linda Creek which run through the property, and of course our main driveway from the front entrance. Well, we have 2 rooms here at Chateau Wyuna. Most importantly, we only do one event at a time, and that gives you a lot of flexibility as to how you use the venue. We also have, for photographic opportunities, lots of meandering paths. You can let your photographer become really creative to get some of those memorable shots that you'll hopefully look back on over a long lifetime. For outdoor ceremonies, we have 2 locations. This is our pergola. Our second ceremony location is down here at the waterfall. And even if you don't want to have your ceremony down here, you can always use it for photographs. You might like to have your ceremony in our traditional country-style chapel, built over 100 years ago and relocated here from Montrose about 30 years ago. It seats comfortably 80 people with a capacity of about 110, so it might be your preferred choice of ceremony location or a fallback for those small to medium-sized weddings if the weather's not great. Let's have a look inside. If you don't change anything, this is usually the way it will be. But if you want to change anything or everything, you can pretty much do whatever you like. After your wedding ceremony, you may have a group photograph somewhere around the grounds, maybe down at the waterfall or ideally in front of the chapel. And you would then head off around the grounds yourself with your bridal party for your photographs while your guests head up to pre-dinner drinks. Often that's here at the Chatterbox Terrace, where the waitresses will be waiting with drinks on trays to get a drink in your guest's hand as quickly as possible. And then a whole variety of canapes, hot and cold finger food will be offered around just to keep them occupied while you're doing your photographs. This is the smaller of our 2 reception rooms. This is called the treetop room with a lovely outlook across the balustrade. Smaller weddings are great here, but it's also used for ceremony fallbacks if people don't like the chapel or they have too many guests for it. It's also often used for pre-dinner drinks, and the terrace is a real hit. The treetop room is very popular for lunch weddings where the minimum you need to pay for is only 40. It can seat up to 80 though. But the main room is the burgundy room, which is downstairs. Let's go and have a look. So this is the main reception room called the burgundy room. You can seat actually up to 150, but on a Saturday night the minimum is only 80, and it's less on other nights of the week. Down the far end there you can see the dance floor. At night under the fairy lights, that becomes more the party end of the room. It's also near the bar. As far as inclusions go, we have a range of almost 10 table centerpieces for you to choose from, all of which are included. We also have, as far as beverages go, quite a wide range. There are 4 house beers plus a cider. There are actually 9 wines as well, so you don't need to choose which white or red to offer your guests. They can choose anything they want from that particular range. And the bar will always be open for spirit sales if your guests want to pay. If you want to, you can run a tap. Most importantly too, you'll find we don't charge for a few things that some other venues might. Things like those table centerpieces. We also don't charge if you want us to be your MC, if you want us to cut up your wedding cake and put on some table platters around the time tea and coffee is served. And we don't charge for having the bar open for spirit sales. Our barman is there anyway. The large dance floor is really a feature of this room. There's also a stage area for a DJ, and the room up the stairs there, straight in front now, is actually called the Alpine Lounge. A great spot for anything extra that you want to keep out of the way but not out of sight. Things like a photo booth, lolly bar, or even a children's play area. This is one of my favourite spots. Part of the original log cabin, it's the bridal retreat. A great space for photographs if the weather means you can't get them outside. But it's also a great place to chill out and relax with your bridal party and have some canapes and drinks before you enter the room where all your guests are waiting, which is right through this way. So We're now back in the office, and that pretty much finishes a quick run around the property. What I can mention is a couple of extra things though. For accommodation for your guests, we've got a motel immediately next door that they can easily walk to. I haven't mentioned the food either. The food is very deliberately country home style type cooking. Certainly not fine dining where everyone goes home via McDonald's. If you want to look at further reviews, make sure you have a good look at the Facebook recommendations and reviews, Google Business, and also Easy Weddings has lots of reviews as well. If you want to look at Facebook photos and on Instagram, you'll see a lot of real weddings here at the venue, and that will give you an idea as to what extra things you might want to do to really personalise your day to make it reflect exactly what you want. Don't forget though that you can also look on our gallery page and you can download this. This is our wedding information pack. It's pretty extensive, but we want to be very transparent and very open with all the information. It's got all our prices, explanations of our different packages, and all our inclusions and optional extras. The packages are basically fully inclusive, but we do have optional extras. Mind you, they are genuinely optional things you may choose to have or not. We hope you've enjoyed a quick run around, and if you have any further information that you need, please don't forget you can actually do a Facebook Messenger style walk around that we can customise and personalise to you. All we need to do is make an appointment to do that, and we'll be very flexible in that respect. Also, please remember to email us at cwyuna@bigpond.com.au or call us on 9736 2555. We'll be answering phone calls and emails just as well as usual. So thank you for visiting Chateau, and we hope that you consider us as being a potential wedding venue. We look forward to maybe hosting your wedding one day. Thank you.